Welcome, everyone. Thanks for being with us here at 6 o'clock on the dot. We begin our 6 a.m. newscast with this. While many people were sleeping, crews were finishing repairs on a sinkhole on East H Street in Chula Vista. They wrapped up work around 2:30 this morning. That mess started yesterday afternoon. At what point it caused road closures and stopped traffic. Officials say a water main break was the cause. Hello, everyone. Thanks for being with us on your Friday. I'm Evan Irani in for Eric Connert.
And I'm Nada Irampur. Glad you're with us here. Also new this morning, grocery workers all across Southern California have a new contract. So this means there will not be a strike. You won't see strikers in front of your grocery stores. Unionized workers have just approved their new 3-year contract. This is with the big supermarket chains like Ralph's, Albertsons, and Vons. The United Food and Commercial Workers Union announcing the results of their members' vote late last night, so we're just now reporting this to you. This impacts 47,000 employees. According to UFCW 770, here's what the new contract includes. Significant wage increases for all workers. Most workers will actually get raises of $4.25 per hour over 3 years. Also, more hours guaranteed for all part-time workers. Worker-led store safety committees, healthcare improvements, and protected pension.
This morning, those confusing new bike lanes in Mira Mesa, they are gone. But the work is far from over. We're working for you to see the process through. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol is live along Gold Coast Drive this morning in Mira Mesa with what's next. Good morning, Dana Marie.
Good morning, Evan. Well, this morning we're seeing orange cones lining the street, indicating what crews are doing next. This morning they're spreading new asphalt. Come Monday, they're painting new permanent lines on the streets. Now, neighbors and residents here we spoke to were relieved that this is happening so fast.
It's so confusing. Like, you don't know if it's your turn to drive. You need to wait because someone is coming.
If you're driving down the middle and you're going to have to swerve out of the way, and you're kind of putting people in the bike lane at more risk because you're swerving.
Now, those neighbors were recounting what the old road looked like. Here was some background to get you caught up. Now, the city changed the ways cars drive down this road in Mira Mesa pretty suddenly. They converted it to just a 1 lane for cars in both directions to make room for wider bike lanes. Now, residents said it was dangerous, and the mayor and city officials agreed it needed to be fixed. Now, that brings us to this morning. Today, crews will be spraying new asphalt over the top of this road. They do have to let that dry, and then come Monday, they'll repaint a permanent double stripe down the center of the road. They'll also repaint sharrows, which are those white bike symbols you saw before, indicating to share the road with bike riders. Mayor Todd Gloria has made it clear that we will see this controversial design in other parts of the city eventually, but next time they'll inform and work with the community in advance. Now, this project is referred to as Advisory Bike Lane, so do keep an eye on if it comes to your community. Of course, here at CBS 8, we're working for you. We'll keep tabs on that as well. I'm Dana Marie McNichol, live in Kearney Mesa. I'll send it back to you.
Dana Marie, I'm sure so many neighbors glad to see that progress. Now this morning, a main highway connecting Ensenada and Tijuana is back open after a landslide. That was caused by the earthquake last night. It was a 4.6 magnitude quake. It hit about 9:30 p.m. around 13 miles off the coast of Ensenada. You see that little star right there from the USGS marking where it happened. There are no reports of damage here in San Diego, but so many of you are telling us you felt it in your part of the county. So here are some comments from our Facebook page. We try to read through them all as you send us messages. So this is from Isaac. He says, I was chilling on the couch, then felt a jolt, and the windows were rattling. Definitely felt it in Chula Vista. So thank you, Isaac. And then Galena writes, yes, in Santee, my chandelier's crystals were shaking, and I heard it. Val says, big time in Rancho San Diego, exclamation mark 3 times. HF Bailey says, windows rattled and buildings swayed some. Didn't wake the cat, unusual. In Imperial Beach. So there you have it. I did not feel a thing, Evan. My dog slept through it. Our toddler slept through it. So no big deal at our house.
I had been enjoying the game downtown. The game was just about to come to a close, I believe, around that time frame. I had put my head down on the pillow, and that was right when it came.
And you're in a tower, right?
Yeah, I was on the 11th floor, and the most eerie part of it is you could hear the most significant thing was hearing the building like creak almost. Yeah, I was like, ooh, that's not comforting. I don't want to be in this building for this.
Hard to sleep when you're already up so late.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Like that.
I was already going to be only getting like 5 hours of sleep, so I was like, now there's an earthquake. So a lot of reactions there coming in this morning as well. All right, a major development for families this morning. California school children won't have to get the COVID-19 vaccine for at least another year. The governor's office just paused the vaccine mandate. California was the first to announce that requirement for students to be vaccinated, but it can't take effect until it gets federal approval. Officials say that won't happen before July 2023. And meantime, this morning, Pfizer is getting ready to apply for emergency use authorization for a COVID booster shot for kids ages 5 to 11. That's that booster for kids. The company says new data shows a third shot of their dose for children raises Omicron-fighting antibodies by 36 times. They will ask the FDA to approve the booster for those age groups coming up in the coming days.
And we have such a big weekend ahead for the Padres. I mean, fans got treated to a dominating win. This was embarrassing for the Braves all around. For the team, the Padres, in the home opener, they really, nailed it. This was against the World Series champions, but, the Braves had nothing on them. CBS 8's Chris Groh live at Petco Park now with a closer look at the game and then what we can expect tonight and tomorrow. This is going to be a fun weekend, Chris.
Netta, it's going to be an amazing weekend, and last night was really the perfect example of why they say that every year is a new year, because this really was a dominating effort by the Padres. Now, we hope that that will translate to less than 13 hours from now when first pitch here for the second game in this first homestand of the season starts to take place. Now, we want to get you ready for tonight's game because it's going to be another pretty cool one coming up here. While it's not going to have that sizzle of the home opener, there are some good things that are going on. First of all, as we just hit, first pitch 6:40 p.m., that is actually earlier than we've seen in previous years. Then the other, probably the biggest storyline so far in this early session of the season, Padres top pitching prospect Mackenzie Gore is making his major league debut. Now, for those of you who are casual fans, you may not know that name, but for those of you that are true baseball nerds, you definitely know that name because at one point, he was the top pitching prospect in all of baseball. Some command issues led to him kind of going down the ranks, but he is the top pitching prospect for the Padres. He really turned heads in spring training, and now that Blake Snell likely going to the injury list, it's time for Mackenzie Gore to show us what he has, especially now coming out of the majors and, like I said, that really impressive spring training session. So he's actually making his debut on the 75th anniversary of Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier. Today's Jackie Robinson Day. So a lot of pageantry continuing. Yes, yesterday we had the flyover, we had the national anthem, we had the flag draped out over the outfield, but today even there are a lot of cool things that are going on. So Netta, I know that your family really big on baseball, and it's always cool when you can see a 23-year-old making their pitching debut in a cool town like San Diego.
Right. In a cool town, coming off of a big win. So, the hype is going to be there. Thank you so much, Chris, for that. Getting us all pumped up again back at Petco Park this morning. We do want to say, obviously tonight, tomorrow, the weather's going to be pretty good for some baseball. So let's check in with Evan. For those of you planning to go to Petco, what can we expect, Evan?
So people are going to Petco for the game. And then, of course, it's Jackie Robinson Day.
Right.
Today is also Good Friday. Today is also the start of Passover. So it is a busy weekend. There are going to be a lot of people planning their outdoor adventures over the course of it. We're starting off with a cloudy morning, and we're going to see the same thing kind of rinse and repeat tomorrow. So low clouds at times, meaning a little bit of limited visibility. Haven't seen much trouble with that, but what we do have in some cases is an overcast start to the morning. The technical sunrise still about 10 minutes out, but we're starting to see some of that light come through. So as you look outside, you might notice a few more clouds than what we usually are working with. By the afternoon, we're going for partly cloudy conditions, very mild overall. So if you've got plans outside, a light jacket might even come in handy, especially for when the sun is not beaming down on you. That's when you can kind of feel that chill in the air, especially toward the evening hours prior to that sunset. You're not going to feel 67 degrees out there because that sun is going to be setting, and then those temperatures drop pretty rapidly into the evening. So bring a jacket with you just in case. It can be helpful. 72 is what we're going for inland, so by the time we reach the afternoon with the sun beaming down, we're doing quite all right. Once the sun starts to set, well, we've got changes in the forecast, right? A couple clouds that we have. This is mainly affecting your about southern half of the map. Up toward the northern half of the map, not much trouble out there. Looking at the weekend forecast, very mild overall, mostly sunny conditions. Looks like fewer clouds are going to be joining us into tomorrow. Clouds will build at times into Sunday, and we're expected to warm up by a degree or two into Sunday for your coastline. This is San Diego itself, but inland, they'll get a more notable warm up into the mid-70s, low 80s possible inland by Monday of next week. Mild overall, and you can see that sunrise has been gorgeous. 6:19, so 9 minutes out from it. The view outside from San Miguel shows that we are working with a pretty decent layer of clouds out there toward the southern part of the screen. That sunset will come at 7:19. Walking out the door, temperatures are in the 40s and 50s. You've got a pretty decent temperature difference out there, meaning we are notably warmer because of those clouds compared to yesterday. As far as traffic goes, let's take a look. Not a big surprise out there. Things are very calm on the roads this morning. Here's what we have. As you can see on the screen, there's nothing notable except it looks like there is just one incident bubble that just popped up. I'm going to click on that here and see what we have for that. So that's in the Chula Vista area. It looks like 2 lanes, there we go, blocked with a stalled vehicle on the 805 northbound at Palomar Street. That just popped up on the screen here. We're going to get you more information from the CHP and we'll bring that to you.